Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and this is Creating Crafts with Jenny. And I have a new paint by number starting down here and I debated on whether I should pick this one or not. And one of the debates was that I have some older ones that have been sitting back there for quite a while, back before, like in the middle of COVID, because I figured we were going to be stuck in our houses for a while, so I ordered some. That's when they took like forever to get here and that sort of thing. But this one's a fairly new one, and throughout the years they come packaged differently. So when I first started, they were kind of in these little styrofoam. I don't think I have one here. Little styrofoam like looking pod holders, and then they went to the plastic ones. And some companies will send them loosely to you. And some companies, believe it or not, will ask you what you want. It doesn't happen very often, but it does. Of course, each time they ask something of what you want, the prices go up, right? You get what you pay for. Majority of mine are bought off AliExpress, and I should do where you guys kind of see the computer and see what that looks like. I may do that in the future. Maybe closer to Christmas I will film something like that. And so down here also I wanted to mention that AliExpress, and I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. AliExpress is kind of similar to Amazon to some degree, but yet slightly different. But a lot of times they sell things in bulk, which isn't such a bad thing. So they have these little brushes, and they come. This company has them in black and white, and each one of the brushes are slightly different. But these black ones are just absolutely wonderful. They're fine tipped. They're almost as good as when you see me use these little guys, which are eyeliner brushes. I like these also. So, yeah, these are almost a big runner for eyeliner brushes, except they have a longer wand. And I don't think that after a while of painting with something as small as this, sometimes your hand starts to cramp. These are pretty comfortable to hold. So just keep that in mind. Now, this one looks like, let's see what all they got in here. It came rolled up, and then it had this in the package with it. So in the package is gives you a kind of like a diagram or a chart or a map, just in case you paint something over or wonder what the number is, that sort of thing. If by chance they don't have that, I would just take a picture of it with your phone. If you need to enlarge it, you can do that on your phone also. Sorry. I don't know what it is. I think it's when I talk, my face starts itching. I think it's because it's starting to move around. I know, go figure. But anyway, here's the picture. It's just kind of like pretty flowers. It's really pretty. Put the lights off just so you can see it a little bit better. Isn't it cute? It's really cute. I'm not sure. I think it goes this way. Should have shown it to you upside down. Sorry. I don't paint people very often. I painted one back here. You can see her. And that was a rarity for me to paint people. A lot of people like take pictures and then want people to paint them, paint by number, or they order them, and a lot of times they don't come out very well. People are one of the hardest things to paint, whether they're just ask an artist. Are people hard to paint? They'll probably say yes. And most artists have a preference. I like flowers. Go figure, right? Or cats. When I was a kid, when I started painting, I'm in my 50s. When I started painting, I was probably about 5 or 6. And all that they had back then was oil paints, and they had cats, horses, and some sceneries. And that was about, dogs. I wasn't a dog person, so I usually painted the cats and then later painted some of the sceneries. You know, they just like a cabin in the woods sort of thing. But since then, I usually paint. I like wine glasses because I have a really pretty dining room where I have them in my dining room, so they look really pretty. I like flowers. I just think, I don't know, they just brighten it up. Or coffee cups. I don't have my coffee cup up here anymore. It's something that my mother and I shared a love for, was coffee. And she's getting to the age where she still kind of knows who I am and kind of doesn't. So it's a challenge. And if you have family out there that you haven't spoken to in a long time, reach out to them and say hello. Whether they, it might be something that you had a squabble about. A lot of times families don't know what the squabble's about. They do, but they really don't know. I have siblings I should reach out to, but until it's that, I get to deliver some news to them. But anyway, on a happier note. Okay, on a happier note. This one has a lot of colors to it. I think, wow, got a lot of colors here. We got the traditional paintbrushes, like 20. Usually they are 24. This has got 29 colors, and it has one without a number on it. That's the case. Let me show you what this is. If you get one, a paint pot that doesn't have a number on it, see that gray area? 0.1 is on the camera right here. That's where the paint pod number goes. It's usually black. So, and the cool thing is with that, a lot of times if they have black like that, when I get done, I'll take a Sharpie, black Sharpie, and go over the edges of it. It just makes it more, I don't know, sharper. It looks really cool. Not always, but once in a while I will do that. Okay, so I'm going to switch you guys down here, and we will get painting. And there's not too many light colors on here, but we will see how some of these new paintings and the numbers can be erased with my alcohol and water concoction here. Here's my fresh one right here. And so yeah, like I said, this is the picture. I think it's really pretty. Sorry about the lights shining on it. There you go. There we go. So yeah, it's going to take a little while to do. I probably will definitely need my reading glasses, and hopefully I don't need my magnifying glass. I don't think I do, but there's some, and I probably will paint in sections. Usually if I do a flower, I do a flower, then move on to the next flower, that sort of thing, and kind of paint in a circle and just kind of keep going in a circle. Some people will start down in the corner. It's whatever you want to do. And something else I wanted to talk to you guys about was a lot of artists don't consider paint by number to be an art, and it may not be an art. What it could be is a little bit of therapy, just to relax, enjoy yourself, quiet time, maybe put on your favorite movie that you don't have to look at the TV screen to figure out what part of the movie they're in, because you know the scenes. You could probably recite them yourself, or listen to music, or that sort of thing. Yeah, it's going into winter, so on those cold winter nights when it's snowing outside, and paint till your heart desires, right? I know. Okay, so enough of the philosophy of in history. Sometimes one of these days I'll do the history of paint by number. It's kind of fascinating. But I will put the cameras down here so we can wipe out some of these numbers and see how they do. I'm sure they'll wipe out just fine. The numbers are really little, and you guys will see that here on the camera in just a second. Just a minute. Okay, so, and also I've been using these brushes. Oh my gosh. Huh. And I'll leave a link to where I got these brushes. They come in large packets like this, so you get a whole bunch of them, all different sizes. This is the smallest one, So I'm just absolutely loving these brushes. Okay, so let me demonstrate a little bit. So I've got the little bit of hand sanitizer in this lid. You don't need much, itty bitty. A little goes a long way. Okay, so let's see, let's do, okay, let's pick on 25. There's 25, make sure you guys are in focus. I just seen it down here. Where did it go? I lost it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think you guys can see that. Alright, so here's what 25 looks like. So, see how it's not in very good shape. Even down here, it's just not in good shape at all. So even if I do get some on my brush, and here it is, okay. So see how it's kind of dragging along here. See how it just looks awful. Okay, so I'm going to turn my brush off. And these little makeup wipes or any type of wipe is good. And I've got water standing by too. So if I dip my brush into the hand sanitizer, then I go into the paint. Oh, this one actually probably needs more than that in it. Okay, so if I go back down here to 25, see how smooth it is. It's just amazing. Let me try a different one here. It's number 3. Okay. Now 3 is in pretty good shape. See, it's doing pretty good. But you can see where, this up a little bit more, you can see where it's coming onto my brush some, but it looks like it's starting to dry out too. It's been open most of the day. I'll clean that off. Alright, so I'm just going to get a dip of the hand sanitizer on my brush, and then I'll go into the paint and see how much nicer it looks. And then 3 right here. So it's going down smoothly. So it's really nice. So there you have it. Let's see if there's another 3 nearby. Okay, there's one over here. Now, do you have to dip it into the hand sanitizer every time? No. Once you get some on your brush, you should be good for a couple dips before you have to go back into the hand sanitizer. So there you have it. I can't explain it any better. It's just, will the hand sanitizer always work? No, it won't. I have one that I worked on while I was on vacation, and I left it down. We have a place in Florida, and it was there for several months, and I hadn't even started on it. So I started on it, and some of the paints were completely dried out. I tried the hand sanitizer, I tried water, and nothing would bring it back. So I actually had to go buy some more paint for it. But that's, I don't know if it was just the atmosphere or what it was, but it just wouldn't come back. So like I said, what I do is, if I think I'm pretty well done for the day, is I like these that have the pumps on them. You can use these little guys too, but the pump is a little more controlled. So I just put a little tiny bit in each of them, And if they're getting really dry, then I take the toothpick and I stir them. But if I'm done for the day, some of this guy here too, I just close them up. And they should, we say should, be in pretty good shape for tomorrow. As you can see how they're starting. This camera's so much nicer. Look at that. Look at the clarity. That other one's good on the face, but not for products. See how it's getting dry? This one was getting really dry, so he probably will need some more hand sanitizer overnight and maybe a stir. Because what happens is if I got to pick here, and let me put a drop in here, is you're losing paint on the walls. And sometimes there's paint up here too. You can see where it's getting really dry. There's paint on the walls there that, see how it's sticking to it? So you just stir it up just a little bit. And should be good to go. Give it a little more drop. If you do too much, unfortunately, it will kind of dilute the paint. If that is the case, just let it sit and dry if you get too much in there. But see, like this one needs stirred also. So it just needs to get around those edges to get that paint back in there with the rest of it. And then you should get your paint off your toothpick here. And like I said, there's some up here too. Put that back in the pot. And it's really sticking up there, isn't it? There's that. Okay. These cameras are so touchy. Okay, so I have a little bit of water here. Put a drop or two of water in here. So between the hand sanitizer and water, it's gonna turn out really. It'll get to the point where you can paint with making a mess, but that's normal for me. So again, just close it up, and it should be good to go. You don't have to wait 24 hours. It's not that you don't have to. See how they're getting kind of dry. Oh, here. Just put a drop in there and then close them up. And they should be good to go. If they're drying as you're going, like I said, you can just take your brush and just barely getting, I mean like a fear. You don't like, I'll get one of my old brushes out here and show you. So it's not like, no. Nope. Just a touch on the end of the brush. That's all you need. Basically, you're giving your brush a little bit of moisture. Then go in and paint until you just paint and paint and paint and paint. Just keep going. This one's actually a pretty one. I ordered some new ones, so I will do an unboxing showing those here shortly. They're coming out with some really cool ones that are just gorgeous. But okay, well, I'm gonna get off here and do some other things, and I will talk to you soon. And go out there and enjoy your paintings, and if you get tired of them, ask yourself, is it the painting or the paints? So there you go. Oh, and another thing, if you see a paint that has no number, there's usually gray areas on your painting, and that's where that goes. I usually wait till the last to do these. So It's just a preference, not a golden rule. No golden rules here. Alrighty. Other than enjoy your painting. Talk to you soon.